So you're thinking of coming to Dubai. That's great. Let's go for a beer when you get here. But you're going to need somewhere to stay, aren't you? So before you get ahead of yourselves, I am here and I'm going to make your life so much easier in the short term. So stick around because I am going to give you the Expats ultimate hack to the Dubai property market. Let's get into it. So you could do what everybody else does. You could look on the internet, find a real estate agent, find something that kind of looks okay and see what happens. Well, there's a 76.6% chance that you're going to get scammed. Okay, I'm kidding, I don't really know what the percentage is, but it's pretty high. Real estate agents in Dubai, they work on 100% commission. So you've got to have this kind of mentality in mind where they will say anything to get that money out of your pocket and into theirs. So a real estate agent's commission is like 6% of the total value of the property rental. So whatever that is per year, you as the tenant pay them 6%. And then once they get that money, there is a real danger of you just never hear from them again. And if you're out of the country, giving money to somebody in the country and they're a bit of an unscrupulous agent, then you're going to run all kinds of risks. Obviously not all of them are like this, but I mean, this is a terrible thing to say, but I would say most are like this. So you need to be very, very careful. So what are us poor expats supposed to do? You know, we're coming to the land of milk and honey and, well, maybe not milk and honey, but the land of dates and fast cars or something. Well, I'm so glad that you asked that question because here is the answer to your prayers. Serviced apartments. No, not Airbnb, not short-term rentals, serviced apartments. So Airbnb can sound like a really good idea, but the problem with Airbnb is you are dealing with people who are unreliable, they're a nightmare, they are a bit fickle when it comes to money. With an Airbnb, you can have your booking cancelled like that. It can be cancelled with like a week's notice and you're then left scrambling to find something else because the Dubai property market moves super quick and all you've got to do is have somebody that wants the apartment and is willing to pay a little bit more for it and then they will just swipe your booking off. My advice, don't do it. Not for when you first come to Dubai. If you're finding something around the area, when you're here, you live here and you want to get an Airbnb, fine, no problem. But just be super, super careful doing it from outside of the country. So don't. That's why I'm saying don't do it. Go down the serviced apartment route. Trust me. The thing with serviced apartments is that they are actually so affordable. In Dubai, I was really surprised. I would even go as far to say that once you factor in all of the costs, which we'll talk about later, that it's almost cheaper. And when you factor in all of the convenience and stuff like that, for me, it's a no-brainer. But this is what we're going to go into now, okay? So serviced apartment buildings, they operate like a hotel, but they're not a hotel. Picture this, you've just landed in Dubai, it's 11 p.m. So by the time you've navigated the airport and you've got in a taxi and you've come to the apartment building, it's going to be like 1 a.m, half 1. There's going to be people to greet you, carry your bags. There's a reception desk. These places have 24-hour shops. Some of them have 24-hour food. You can get coffee, something to eat. It is an absolute no-brainer. Whereas if you're going to an apartment building, there ain't none of that, and you've got all kinds of potential problems that you can run into, as I say, lost keys, lockboxes not working, the security and concierge on the desk not expecting you, so maybe they don't let you in. Also, with a serviced apartment, you'll find that all of your sheets get cleaned. There's a pool, there's a gym, there's a spa, there's all of these facilities that can just make your life so much easier when you first get to Dubai. So rather than messing around with these apartments and real estate agents, you're just going to almost like a hotel, but it's better than a hotel because it's not as mad and you don't have like guests in and out all of the time. these serviced apartment buildings are for more sort of longer term guests, as opposed to like 3 nights or a week or something. They're generally for people that are staying for sort of 4, 12, 52 weeks, these kinds of things. So, I mean, I've lived in serviced apartments since I've been here. I moved into a hotel to start with, and that was okay. Like, it was an apartment within the hotel, but it soon got old fast. And I've now moved into a serviced apartment, or a hotel apartment as it's called here as well. But it's super convenient. So you can rent for a month, a quarter, 6 months, a year. And my advice is to book something for 3 months, because that 3-month initial period is about as long as you need for an adjustment period. So you'll arrive with all of the craziness that Dubai brings. You'll have to do medicals if you've got kids and a wife, and all of these things that are a pain in the bum. It takes about a month to get all of this done, your Emirates ID, all of that stuff. So if you book for 3 months, you give yourself so much time to just relax and to not have time pressure on you. Plus, with a serviced apartment, you've got the option to stay in the apartment if you like it. The other thing as well, which is with a serviced apartment, you're not paying bills. So you don't have to sort an internet connection out. You've got internet from the second you get into the apartment. You don't have to go and get the Ijari, is like the right to rent the apartment. So once you agree a rental with a landlord, you have to go and get this Ijari, which is a document that you have to go to a government office. You have to mess around in there for half a day, getting this document stamped, and it is a massive pain in the arse. You don't need to do that. You just show your Emirates ID when you get it, and you can just stay there. You don't have to think about bills. And the other thing that's worth bearing in mind as well is you cannot rent an apartment in Dubai without your Emirates ID. You can't do anything without the Emirates ID. You will have to book a hotel or an Airbnb or a serviced apartment, and I'm here to tell you to book the serviced apartment. You'll have all of your documents, you'll get your Emirates ID, you'll get your banking, you'll have that 3-month period. If you are then desperate to go and rent a villa or an apartment somewhere and go through the process of getting an Ijari and all of the nonsense I've talked about, then you can do that. But you can't do that from back home. You've got to get your Emirates ID. So you are forced into doing this anyway. I've been extremely lucky that I booked this hotel apartment, and I think I watched a few YouTube videos before coming out here. I kind of fell into the right thing to do, but now that I've actually been here for 2-3 months, this is easily the best thing to do. That's why I'm making this video. And whilst you're here and you're in your serviced accommodation, you can then look at other areas in Dubai that you want to live. You can go to the marina, you can go to downtown, you can go to Dubai Hills, which is lovely, especially if you're a family and you've got a few quid. It's also got the Dubai Hills Mall there, which is easily my favourite mall in Dubai. It's so swish and calm and nice, very much like Dubai Hills itself. So what you're doing by renting this serviced apartment is giving yourself a bunch more time and breathing room, which again, dealing with a move, it means that you're not under enormous pressure immediately, and you can extend the stay in the serviced apartment without any pressure if you need to. So, I mean, in terms of serviced apartments, I live in a place called Barsha Heights. That's not for everybody. I like Barsha Heights, but it's not for everybody. And there's a few places, like there's a really nice place in Barsha Heights that I think I'll probably end up moving to at some point, which is called Time Oak Hotel and Suites. And I did go and look at a 1-bedroom apartment there, and man, it's lovely. It's a really big apartment with a massive balcony, there's a pool, all kinds of stuff. They also have dishwashers as well, which there's not many apartments that have dishwashers in Dubai, which is mad. I don't know why. So if you want to live in somewhere like Barsha Heights, I highly recommend it. It's kind of equidistant to Marina, downtown. You can kind of get anywhere from Barsha Heights. But again, it's not for everyone. Another place, if you wanted to look at hotel apartments, it's a little bit on the pricier side, I think. It's called the Dubai Marriott Harbourside Suites. It's very nice. I went there and looked, and it seems quite popular with like sort of Japanese and Asian people. I didn't see too many Europeans in there, but it's, you know, it's beautiful. So that's it. That's my super secret hack for expats for the Dubai property market. I've made this video out of kind of passion, really, because it's something that has really kind of resonated with me and made me realize that it's kind of, you know, the right thing to do when you get here because of all of the problems that I narrowly avoided. If you found any value whatsoever in this video and you think, okay, that's been useful, please drop a like. Also subscribe as well, because about 90% of people that watch these videos, which I'm super grateful for, aren't subscribed, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. I hope I've earned your subscription, and I've got a bunch more videos in the pipeline, vlogs. I've got the podcast going as well. I've got some really cool guests lined up for that. So there's going to be a lot happening here, and I hope that, you know, we can have that journey together. You can see my journey here. We can talk in the comments. And if you've got questions or anything that you want answered, comment below. I answer all comments. If I can help you in any way, let me know. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. And remember, it's not about how much you make, but rather how much you can keep.